All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start to August 14th Board of Education meeting. First is public comment. No one had signed up tonight for public comment. Next, I'll turn to Miss Julie for the Good Citizenship Award, and then we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
Okay, so this evening we have some district distinction awards to give out. First, from National Beta, they sent a letter with plaques, and they sent it in May, so it was addressed to Ms. Patterson, and the letter states, "It is my pleasure to congratulate Cannon County Schools on achieving 2024-2025 National Beta District of Distinction status. National Beta District of Distinction is awarded to school districts who induct qualifying students in all eligible areas, grades 4 through 12, within each school. This prestigious honor is a true indication of your dedication to students who lead, serve, and achieve. Enclosed is a National Beta District of Distinction Award to proudly display at your district office as a symbol of your accomplishments, and plaques also for each of the schools. Thank you for your continued commitment to academic achievement, character, service, and leadership. These 4 pillars have been the foundation of membership in our organization, and your district is an ideal representation of those values. Congratulations again on your prestigious accomplishments of being a district of distinction." So, good job, schools. You've done a fantastic job with our students being represented at Beta, and so it's an honor to be able to get ready to present each of the schools with these plaques. Cannon North, Miss Amanda. Cannon County Elementary, Ms. Julie. Cannon County Middle School, Brandon. And last but not least, Cannon County High School. Come on up, Mr. Shane. And our employee spotlight, I had it written out and I can't find my sheet, and time ran out before I could find it. So I'm going to have to try to do this from memory. So our nominee this evening was, or our candidate was nominated by one of his colleagues. And he says in his nomination that this person goes above and beyond the call of duty. And I think we all can agree that Mr. Medford does that. He goes above and beyond. He makes sure that we have our internet working, except when, like today, when it's out of his control today, that our computers are working, that if there's an issue with the access control, making sure we're safe with our students. He helps with the upstairs with their internet with their computers and also goes over to the courthouse. So I concur with that he does go above and beyond the call of duty. Mr. Medford.
Everyone stand, we'll go ahead and do the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag. To the republic. Under God, indivisible, liberty and justice. Julie, when you're ready, please call the roll.
Ms. Curtis. Mr. McMackins.
Here.
Mullins.
Here.
Thomas. Ms. Bell. Here.
I'd like to remind that tonight, per parliamentary procedures and Tennessee State Board of Association, that for anything to pass tonight, all three has to be yes. Just want to remind everybody that. One is to approve the August 14th, 2025 third revised agenda of the Canyon County Board of Education to include trips number 4866, 4884, 4885, adding number 15, and adding elementary football coaches and assistants, adding Canyon County Middle School cheer coach and assistants, and adding 2 boys basketball assistants on 2C of the consent agenda. I'll make a motion, we approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Ms. Julie, please call roll.
Motion was made by Mr. Mullins, seconded by Ms. Trammell, to approve the August 14th, 2025 third revised agenda of the Canyon County Education to include trips 4866, 4884, 4885, adding number 15, adding elementary football coaches and assistants, adding CCMS cheer coach and assistant, adding 2 boys basketball assistant coaches. That agenda. Atkins.
Aye.
Mullins.
Aye.
Mr. Bell.
Aye.
2 is the consent agenda. We went over this Tuesday night at the workshop. I'll make a motion, we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I want to say, well, I really appreciate all these people who step up and do these coaching jobs, especially the lower levels, the middle school, the elementary school, all their teams, and also the high school. I just want to give a shout out to, appreciate them doing that.
Thank you. Anything else? Ms. Julie, please call roll.
Motion was made by Mr. Mullins, seconded by Mr. Atkins, to approve the consent agenda. A, approve minutes of the July 10th, regular meeting and the July 29th, 2020 special call meeting of the Canyon County Board of Education. B, approve resolution to transfer funds from one other within federal and general purpose. C, approve all sports, coaches and assistant coaches, contingent upon clear background check and drug tests. D, approve overnight and out-of-state trips, trip 4866, 4884, 4885. Mr. McMackins?
Aye.
Mr. Mullins?
Aye.
Ms. Trammell?
Aye.
All in favor?
Number 3 tonight is the financial report that was given at the workshop. 4 is the supervisor's report that is also given at the workshop. 5 is to approve the schedule of workshops and regular meetings for the 25-26 school year.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
I'll second. Any discussion? Julie, please call the roll.
A motion was made by Ms. Trammell, seconded by Mr. Mullins, to approve the schedule of workshops and regular meetings for the 2025-26 school year. Mr. McMackins?
Aye.
Mr. Mullins?
Aye.
Ms. Trammell? Aye. All three in favor.
Number 6 is to approve the SAVE Act compliance. I'll make a motion, we approve.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Ms. Julie, please call the roll.
A motion was made by Mr. Mullins, a second made by Mr. McMackins to approve the SAVE Act compliance package. Mr. McMackins?
Aye.
Mr. Mullins?
Aye.
Ms. Trammell? Aye. 3 yeses.
Number 7 is discussion of secure gun lockers for the SRO officers at each school that Mr. West presented to us Tuesday night. I'll make a motion, we give them the okay to do that.
I'll second.
Do we have any discussion on that? Ms. Julie, please call the roll.
A motion was made by Mr. Mullins, a second by Ms. Trammell to approve the purchase of secure gun lockers for SRO officers at each school. Mr. McMackins?
Aye.
Mr. Mullins?
Aye.
Ms. Trammell? Aye. 3 ayes.
Number 8 tonight is to approve name change on the primary business debit/credit card from Robert D. Jennings to Andrea Alexander.
Wait.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All right, Ms. Julie, please call roll.
A motion was made by Ms. Trammell, a second by Mr. McMackins to approve the name change on the primary business card from Robert D. Jennings to Andrea Alexander. Mr. McMackins?
Aye.
Mr. Mullins?
Aye.
Ms. Trammell? Aye. All 3 in favor.
Number 9 tonight is to approve board policy 5.110, compensation guides and contracts. I'll make a motion, we approve.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Clarification on that. Are you approving to go ahead and pay a beneficiary? Should someone pass
That's what
away?
my motion was.
Okay, that's what, I just want to make sure that that's what,
Yeah, it's not worded that way.
What you presented to us Tuesday
Okay.
night.
okay. Compensation state. A motion was made by Mr. Mullins, a second by Ms. Trammell to approve Board Policy 5.110, compensation guides and contracts to compensate the estate of a deceased teacher for their accrued leave. Mr. McMackins?
Aye.
Mr. Mullins?
Aye.
Ms. Trammell? Aye. 3 in favor.
Number 10 tonight is discussion of current board policy 6.312, wireless communication devices. I spoke with Ben Torres from TSBA earlier today and dug into this law a little more. And you were correct, Mr. Trammell, we did go past what the law suggested that we had to do. But also on that, the options that we were presented were templates from TSBA due to all the different districts in the state that wanted those 2 different templates. So that is where the option A and option B come from. I apologize for the confusion I had. Also, in this law, speaking to Ben today, in section 2, it says a discipline policy or code of conduct adopted by a local board of education or public charter school governing body may authorize a teacher to withhold a student's wireless communication device from the student for the duration of the instructional time if the student is non-compliant with the LEA's or public charter school's wireless communication device policy adopted pursuant to section 1. As used in this subsection, wireless communication device has the same meaning as defined in section 1. On that, Ben says that we need to strike
Motion.
any conduct, anything on there to strike that off our, help me out.
Handbook.
Handbook, yes,
Have that motion.
okay. But he did suggest that today, and then we needed to discuss policy 3.330 in September, because that policy 6.330, he said, will pertain to those. So I just wanted to say all that. I
Yeah.
talked to Ben today. And
We'll
let y'all know
discuss it
today.
here in a minute.
Okay.
So if y'all bear with me just a moment, I would like to make a motion to, and I have three parts. A would be to allow students to actually use their device during lunch. B is to strike from the handbook the disciplinary language and table it to next month's meeting. So that way we can get in accordance with the TCA 4964-002. And so until that time, principals will apply the code of conduct for disciplinary action. And then C, we need to also strike from the handbook the agreement of rules and policy section until the board and the board attorney can approve the separate waiver for liability. Handbook is supposed to come to the board for approval. So that's my motion.
So Steve, you want to strike the whole
Yes,
handbook?
good. The whole part of the agreement on the rules and policies, because we are not against, we cannot absolve and be, the law does not excuse liability, so the parents need to do a separate waiver, and we need to get with our attorney on that.
But does C contain to this?
Yes, it's part of, both of that's in the handbook, so I didn't know if you wanted it separate or, you know,
We have a motion of A, B, and C on the table.
I'll second.
Discussion?
Yeah, I've been looking over this too, and I apologize also to Ms. Trammell for any comments I might have made. I was under the impression when we first saw this, that these options were actually in the law. And I was just not sure of that, and I apologize for not reading the law. And I promise going forward, that when you have something on the table, and there's a state law, I will read that law. And I might have done something a little different, but she was right. We went beyond the law, but it wasn't against the law, if you can understand that. And a lot of the school systems have done it also. And it varies across the state. It varies. I mean, you can't even imagine. I pulled up 7 or 8 that didn't even match. The school board is required by law in that section 2 that any disciplinary law, any disciplinary actions that is implemented and created and scripted by anybody in the system has to come to the school board for okay, become policy. And to answer Mr. Mullins' question the other night about we can't go back and be putting these disciplinary action, the corporate punishment for certain policies, I want to direct everybody's attention to the tobacco-free schools policy, which has 4 offenses listed in the policy. First, second, third, and fourth offense. So we have done it. And I think it's a good policy to do that because everybody's on board. Anybody can go check this and see what on our website and go to the policy and see what is the corporal punishment for anybody breaking any policy. And I think that's a good thing. And I think we'll be back on track when we get some of this stuff cleaned up. We do not have in the use the wireless. Now, What part of that law, Derek, did you just read about the teachers can pick it up? Where is it? What was that in? Was that code of conduct or in this?
It's in the law.
It's in the law section.
It's in that
It's
H
in that-
section,
The
right?
age section that's, at the
Subsection
moment,
two.
is not on, included in.
So we haven't given anybody permission to take it up yet.
Well, we
So
need to
that's what
strike
you're
that.
saying, that's what we'll have to
No.
put that.
No, it-
Oh, it's in the policy, we can take it up, ain't it?
That's in
Nope.
the
No,
handbook.
at the
policy.
policy 6.312, unauthorized use or improper storage of a device will result in confiscation until such time as it may be released to the student's parent or guardian.
Doesn't
That's
say
di-
who,
Parent or
Judy.
guardian.
I'm
no,
sorry, what's the question?
who takes it up. My point is who's authorized to take it up? Not in our policy. Not in our policy. who
It doesn't state who, it just says that
Right.
the device will result in confiscation.
Right.
And that's
No.
what Ben said we were still okay on, whether it be a teacher or principal, as long as that's in the policy that we approved in June. We just can't set they just can't do the first offense, second offense, third offense in the that's in the handbook, the way I understood.
Well, he
Mr.
told me,
Torres
well, he
today.
told me the opposite. He told me that it needs to be in your policy who has the authority, the policy right here. That policy on wireless communication has to be in there, who has the authority to take it up, because it is a personal item. That's why we have to have the liability issue put in there, because we're taking somebody's property up. Somebody has to be liable for it or not liable for it if something or damage has happened. So personally, I believe that, if a teacher is given the authority to take the phone up, I think the principal should come and get the phone, or vice principal, immediately, and put that in storage. And we're gonna go over the corporal punishment next month. We're gonna that needs to be put on the agenda, and that has to be brought to us.
I really feel like we've got two that are absent tonight. Really need to be included in on this, and this is my opinion.
So this goes to next month?
I'm just
No, I'm just saying,
discussing
that-
what I'm to do, the rules and the strikes, I agree. I mean, but to change the whole policy that we voted on in June, I think we should give them the opportunity to discuss it, but now, that's just Derek Mullins' opinion. And you're saying just during lunch, not during, in between classes, or
No.
correct me if I'm wrong, it
Right.
just said during lunch, so is that
Just-
what,
Just lunch,
just lunch?
that's what the students are requesting. Well,
Let me tell you why I'm for that. We're always talking about education and the school experience, and kids come here to grow up, and we want them to be responsible citizens, and, well, let's teach them responsibility. Let's say, look, you can have them, how long are they in lunch? How many minutes on average? How much? So we're going to give them a little leeway of 30 minutes to do what they want. And if the culture is already being established, not everybody's going to get on their phone at the same time. They're not going to keep on their phone the whole 30 minutes. And then they're required to put them up. As soon as they leave the lunchroom, put them up. And this builds responsibility. This builds, I know I got to get off this, so I'm going to class. I'm going to put it away. And that way, they've got a little bit of leeway where everybody not breathing over their necks whether they've got their phone out or not. If they're sneaking it in lunch, they're looking in their backpack, whatever. Let's be reality. The reality is that we know they're sneaking around some, right? We know that. I mean, I don't think anybody's that naive. So I just like to see us build a little rapport. You know, we got the pie charts, but I did not see a survey of the students. And I did not see a survey of the parents.
And I agree with you to a point, but also we have students. We have to remember we have kids. And it is our responsibility to do what's best for the kids and for the staff and faculty that are teaching our kids and administrating them every day.
True.
And from the report we got the other night, I mean, it showed fairly good. I'm not saying that one report designates everything, but we also have to keep in mind, kids are kids. We're the adults here to teach them, and we're the adults here to keep them in line and understand they gotta learn responsibilities. But if they think they can say something now, but you can't change laws in the real world like that all the time. So, I mean, and in a workplace, you can't have your phone out. So, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but again, you got to realize we are the adults and they are the kids. Until they graduate our school system, they are our responsibilities and we have to do what's best. I mean, it's just like being a parent. You don't like to tell your kids no, but sometimes you have to make that hard decision, be like, no, you can't have that.
But we also give leeway for our kids. We're not totally rule over our kids to the point that we don't give them a little bit of freedom to see how they handle it. If they can't handle this at lunch, then fine.
So then you have to go back and redo a policy.
Well, you can do it. I mean, hey, nothing's in concrete. They revise, policies are revised every year. This law on the books of discipline, and at the state, it's been revised every year since 2019.
But we're wanting to revise something that we done in June. We've not even gave it a week and 1 day, a chance.
Y'all didn't even give the kids a chance to
But
prove
they're kids.
responsibility.
That's just my,
But you-
I mean, that's just
And
my
that's
opinion, and I
part
understand.
of high school and middle school, where part of education is also teaching them responsibility and stuff, and to go into the real world. And like you said, responsibility, it gives them that. You know, and we take away their grades and stuff. They can't have a license anymore at state level. They've got so much taken away from them that they can't be kids.
But what did we took away from them besides the cell phone? I don't know, I don't understand what we took away from them. I'm just asking, what
You're
else
just saying
have we took
there is
away from
disciplinary
them?
actions in place that you can be detrimental to driving or whatever. So there is some policies there to cover that. I'm just saying, I mean, this was based on about 5 days, right? 5 days of observation, not 5 months or 3 months. I mean, off the bat, oh yeah, everything's just great. Well, great, but that's a very short time to get a feel of how this is even working. Short.
And it's not a new policy. It's
I'm
over 10
sorry.
years
I
old.
mean, I know everybody ain't gonna agree with it, but that's just my opinion. I can have my opinion, that's it. Not my call, totally my call. We have a board here. I'll have to hear whatever the board does.
I say it goes back to being issued September of 2015, so it's a policy that's been in play for a while that just never really,
Well, that was my point.
And I agree with you on that, but we've never had a law that made us do this either.
which are, again, we were with the law. We didn't have to really change anything.
I mean, we were ahead of the law. Have been for 10 years. So what do we do now? Let's go to next month?
Say there's
I mean,
three,
there's 3 motions on the table. There's a motion with A, B, and C on it, so it'll have to be voted on.
Or you-
So motion A, if your discussion's over, it'll go to motion A, will have to be voted on, then motion B, and then motion C. So, is there any more discussion?
can we please have a survey for the students and put on the school website for the parents and guardians to also to have it done before next meeting? We can have a little bit more information. Because you know, the kids are going to tell teachers what they want to hear. Yes, I've been hearing it has not been as bad as they thought, but every single kid has been, please at least lunch, please at least lunch.
And I've had the opposite from the 10 kids that I talked to. So, I mean, it's just, and that's a good thing of having a survey. I mean, to get all, I mean, like you said, you've talked to a few, I've talked to a few, we've got 1,900 kids in this
Yeah,
school
I've talked to
system.
a few,
So, I
too.
mean, you know.
Yeah,
I'll
this
give
should
the
have
surveys.
also been done before we fully went off on completely the whole day in baby steps. Like I said, build responsibility.
Ms. Trammell, before we do a survey of the students, we have to get active consent from the parents to do that. So that will be a step that we have to take prior to doing any kind of survey.
Okay.
Any more discussion? Okay. Call roll on A.
Finish making my,
You're fine. Whenever you're ready.
all right. I think, Derek, when Rebecca made the motion, she included all three of those. So do we need a separate motion for A and then a separate motion for B, since she included all three of those in her original motion?
Yeah, we'll have 3 votes for A, B, and C, even though.
Okay, okay. All right, I just
So
want to
we
make sure
will,
that I had my
she had the
documentation
motion
right.
for A, B, and C, correct? 3 different motions in one
Right,
thing. So we'll vote on motion A,
Mhm.
motion B, and motion C.
okay. A motion was made by Ms. Trammell, seconded by Mr. McMackins, to allow students to use their devices during lunch. Mr. McMackins?
Aye.
Mr. Mullins?
No.
Ms. Trammell?
Aye.
2 yeses, 1 no. Did not pass. A motion was made by Ms. Trammell, seconded by Mr. McMackins, to strike from the handbook the disciplinary language to be tabled until next month's meeting. So to be in accordance with the TCA 49-464002. Until that time, using, and I want some clarification on this so I get this correctly. The policy that's in place does have that they are taken up. So is that what y'all are wanting to go
I think
with,
C,
or just
is C striking that part?
want
I,
clarification?
yeah, I don't.
I want to be clear on what it is that we're voting on. I just so I get it right, that's all.
B is striking the disciplinary language, which is
Okay,
got to,
taking that out.
which the offense is taken
Mhm.
out,
Okay.
because that has to come
Right,
according to the
right,
law, it has to
okay.
come to the board
So
for
then-
approval. Taking that out,
Mhm.
so until time that we've come up with one, state law 49-64004 is until one's approved,
Mhm.
kind of default back to the code of conduct for students for disciplinary action.
Okay,
So it may be, yes, it's confiscated, but like the first
Right.
offense,
this is, okay,
second offense,
Yeah, that's all.
so
okay, I just want to be,
So-
I just want to be clear as to what we're
Until we
following, is until it officially
approve
happens, that phones will be confiscated, and then we'll follow the code of conduct,
disciplinary.
disciplinary based upon that. Okay. Okay. So to strike from the handbook, the disciplinary language, and to be tabled until next month's meeting. And that, so that we'll be in accordance with the TCA 49-6-4002. Until that time, principals will apply the policy of phones being taken up, and then we'll follow the code of conduct beyond that, after that happens. Does that sound right? Mr. McMackins, does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. McMackins,
Aye.
Mr. Mullins,
Ah,
Ms. Trammell,
Aye.
3 ayes, all in favor.
motion C next, Miss Julie.
Okay. Motion was made by Ms. Trammell, seconded by Mr. McMackins, to strike the agreement of rules and policy section until the board, along with the board attorney, can approve a separate waiver for liability for cell phone. Mr. McMackins,
Aye.
Mr. Mullins, Mr. Trammell,
Aye.
all in favor.
Thank you. Number 11 tonight is the discussion of the purchase of cell phone cases tabled from July 29th, 2025. We discussed this Tuesday night. I don't feel like we had no action on that. Do
No.
y'all to agree? All right, thank you. Number 12, the Cannon North PTO would like the board's approval to do an official 501c3 and open a separate bank account. We also discussed this in depth Tuesday night, and I think we had decided to table this till September, correct?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, we table agenda number 12 till September 2025 meeting.
A second.
Any discussion? Ms. Julie, please call roll.
A motion was made by Mr. Mullins, a second by Mr. McMackins to table item number 12, the approval of Cannon County North PTO to do an official 501c3 and open a separate bank account. Mr. McMackins?
Aye.
Mr. Mullins?
Aye.
Mr. Trammell?
Aye.
All in favor.
13 is Cannon North is requesting permission to partner with MTSU professor to provide professional development for teachers. This is being funded through a grant that MTSU received and will not cost the county anything. Ms. Cooper explained that all to us Tuesday night. I'll make a motion, we approve that.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Ms. Julie, please call roll.
A motion was made by Mr. Mullins, a second by Ms. Thomas. I'm sorry, Ms. Trammell, wrong checkbox.
Of T's.
Both T. To approve Cannon North permission to partner with an MTSU professor to provide professional development for teachers. This is being funded through a grant that MTSU received and will not cost the county anything. Mr. McMackins?
Aye. I'm sorry. Leave.
Mr. Mullins? Ms. Trammell?
Aye.
All in favor.
Number 14 tonight is to approve the MOU with Second Harvest Food Bank. Ms. Black presented this to us Tuesday night as well.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
A second.
Any discussion? Ms. Julie, please call roll.
A motion was made by Ms. Trammell, a second by Mr. McMackins to approve MOU with Second Harvest Food Bank. Mr. McMackins?
Aye.
Mr. Mullins?
Aye.
Ms. Trammell?
Aye.
All in favor.
Number 15 tonight is to approve a quote from Matlock Clements for the FY26 internal school funds audit proposal for Cannon County Schools for $5,000, the same as last school year. I'll make a motion, we approve that quote.
I'll second.
Any discussion on that? Ms. Julie, please call roll.
A motion was made by Mr. Mullins, a second by Ms. Trammell to approve the quote for $5,000 from Matlock Clements for the FY26 internal school funds audit proposal for Cannon County Schools. Mr. McMackins?
Aye.
Mr. Mullins?
Aye.
Ms. Trammell?
Aye.
All in favor.
Number 16 tonight is director's comments. Ms. Julie?
I'd like to thank everyone for such a wonderful beginning to the school year. It's gone really well. Special thank you to, we had a wonderful first in-service day with our faculty and our administration. And so a huge thank you to several people at central office for following through with my vision and making it such a success, because without all of you at central office, that would not have happened. And a thank you to the teachers and administrators for getting in and enjoying it. There were lots of laughter, lots of smiles. It was a good day. It was very joyful, it felt like. So thank you to everyone for that. Remember, we've got some different events taking place. We have our athletic teams that are playing, and also our ESP program will be starting on Monday. So if you have questions about that, reach out to central office or to your building principal to get information about the ESP program.
Thank you, Ms. Julie.
You're welcome.
Number 17 is the chairman's comments. I'd like to also thank everybody for the hard work over the summer and the start of the school year. Also like to thank everybody for all the coaches and everything, like Mr. Wade said earlier, for volunteering. And I'd like to also thank the board that we all work together and have good discussions together. I'd also like to thank everybody for that. And that's all I have tonight. And 18 is to adjourn. I have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you. Our next meeting.